This is a HeadGum podcast.
On this week's episode, sadly, the 2018 Halloween Spooktacular comes to an end, and I'm pretty upset about this.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, we're going out on I'm going to guess is a 50-50 WLM situation in this room.
At the very least.
The film is Wishmaster. I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Chris Cabin.
Eric Siska.
And we hate movies.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Sometimes that is murder.
Zombies have entered the building. They're at the door. They're coming in.
It is time to keep your appointment with the Wicker Man.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
He's sick fucks. You've seen one too many movies.
Nah, Sid! Don't you blame the movies! Movies don't create psychos! Movies make psychos more creative!
What's the fucking motion in the band?
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fine program, as always. Thank you for tuning in to what is, like I said up top, the final Halloween Spooktacular episode of 2018. Boy, it's been a real ride.
Yeah.
Finishing it out.
We've had a lot of laughs.
We
learned a
have.
lot.
Had a
Yes.
good time, and now we're closing up shop, and that's that.
Closing shop with Wishmaster from 1997, directed, of course, by Robert Kurtzman.
We get all the crappy Halloween stuff out, and we put all the Christmas stuff in early.
Yeah, and that- you know what's
Fake
great about
Christmas
it too,
stuff.
Chris, is all these episodes from this month's Spooktacular is now discounted.
Yes.
That's right.
They'll be all on the line right there, right before
But-
you buy your little
But
pilgrim decorations.
you got 1 week. You got
Yeah,
1 week,
exactly.
and
It's
then it's gone in the
move
garbage.
fast.
I'll tell
Move
you
fast.
what, I was at the pharmacy. I almost spit on the floor the other day. It is
Oh.
not even Halloween yet. I see fucking Christmas decorations.
They're already
in this place.
moving past it, man.
Nice try, Rite Aid. Nice try.
They're already looking to 2019, baby.
Halloween 2019 candy.
The new 2019s are in.
The new 2019 Snickers are in. Steve Sadak, this was, I believe, a Steve Sadak select. So if you
It
could
was.
boil it down for us.
It is a movie about an evil djinn.
Now, what's a djinn?
He's a genie, but he's evil.
Was that that's like you put juniper in it, or what makes it a gin?
I think it's because it's just he's a djinn. There's a
Right.
D in there.
Yeah.
It's like me, a silent. Well, actually, my J is silent. It's a big deal.
DJI-double-N.
Oh man, if the djinn is walking around, everyone's calling him, "Hey DJ, hey DJ, come on in here."
Come on in here, grant me some wishes, DJ.
And I believe this is like it's like Middle Eastern,
Yes.
Folklore or whatever, or history. This might have happened.
Don't tell me it didn't happen.
Some say the djinn travels on the wind.
Oh,
That's like there's the Iranian horror movie Under the Shadows.
Quite good.
And that's about like a djinn type creature. And they say he travels on the wind. Also evil.
Yes, it's an
Isn't
evil
that also an Eagles lyric?
yes, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
on a lone desert highway. Wait, hold on, I'll get there.
traveling with a gin on the wind.
I dislike the Eagles.
Here.
Yes, he's an evil genie. This lady wakes him up, and she gets into a whole lot of trouble. With
A whole mess of trouble. Now I have to say up top, this is a real... I was so excited about this. I only tried to watch this once before. Total green out moment.
Mistake.
Sure.
I got like the first 10 minutes in and then fucking sayonara, Andrew. So I was very pleased to come into this movie finding it's a real who's who of horror icons here. We've got Robert Englund in a rather large role.
Yeah.
And then we have people like Tony Todd and Kane Hodder all with like cameos.
Angus Scrim is doing the narration there.
That's right. And the
Even
other dude
Ted
from
Raimi, dude.
Ted
Yeah.
Raimi,
So
of
the
course.
Evil Deadiverse is represented.
And then the dude who is the pharmacist in this movie.
Okay.
I think he plays the character's name is Reggie in those Wishmaster movies.
or you mean
or I'm sorry,
Phantasm.
Phantasm movies.
Yes, yeah. There's another Phantasm.
Oh, yeah.
And also horror icon Buck Flower, noted for playing a drunk homeless man in everything. Including this movie. He's the dude in Back to the Future who's like, crazy drunk drivers.
Was he the crazy homeless guy in They Live as well? Or was that a different guy?
That might be Buckflower. I don't know.
That,
He sort of made a name for himself.
Right.
Being a hobo.
Being a hobo and being drunk at the same time.
Kind of like a Dick Miller.
It is kind
type
of like
entity.
a Dick Miller situation. Although I think in this, because this movie's 97, this is like towards the end of the life of Buckflower. I think all those missing teeth at the front, that's real.
Did he make a wish with a Wishmaster?
No, I think he just took his dentures out for filming.
I'll do this for you. It'll really be
Yeah, it'll be a lot more legit if I just take my teeth out and play this drunk. Just put me in a Robert Altman movie. Something really classy like that.
I just checked, and Buckflower was
That's right.
the
Nice.
bomb in They Live, who
Nice.
then becomes cleaned up at the end, and he's like, "Oh, this is how the aliens do it." Come this way."
He's into it. I appreciate the start of this movie. It's a nice, boring, this is how we made this Jewel montage.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which is weird because, at least for me, I was taken aback by the sudden scroll that also happens
Yes,
here.
because
Yeah.
the jewel first, then the scroll.
Yeah, like the movie started, man. You got to put that stuff up top.
Hey, man, movie already started. Hey, DJ, get in here.
DJ, get that scroll out of here. Movie started, man.
And it's just like from time immemorial, there's always been jinns. Apparently, God created,
Angels.
he created angels
Wait, no, he
first.
created light, and then light created angels.
Yes, God created light created
Earth,
angels.
Earth created man.
right.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And
Now,
then
where
the-
did wind and fire come into play?
That's in the 70s.
Oh, do you remember 21 September?
But yeah, that's the fire created the jinn,
Ah.
and the jinn lives in like the shadow world. Or
So does that mean there's a lot of jinns
That's
out
a good-
there?
great question.
Right? Like there's fires all the time. I was just before I left work on the news.
Yeah.
Some I don't know, like Dover, New Jersey was burning down.
Well, dude, sounds like a
Must
genie
have been
did
a
it.
gin. That
or
sounds like
or
gin
is it a
work.
gin birth? Right?
It could have been.
You know?
Oh, just whenever there's like a huge factory explosion, it's just a genie being born.
It's a litter. It's got to be a litter.
You
then,
think so?
yeah.
you know
I
what
think
happened?
so.
You know what happened in Dover, New Jersey? Somebody was like, "Oh my God, it's under 50 degrees. I'm gonna tweet about how cold it is." And then some jinn was like, "Would you like it to be hotter?" And then he's just like, "Yeah, please. It's so much hotter. Oh my goodness, I'd like it to be the summer again." As you wish. Burned.
I gotta say, this genie, he's like an entrapment djinn.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
This
yes.
guy is just twisting words and fucking people over.
Just kill people. Stop it. Stop with this little rinky-dink thing you're
That's-
doing here.
that's his whole thing.
is not the law of the jinn.
Well, fuck it. Yeah, okay.
We must have a obnoxiously cyclical conversation until I trick you into asking me for something.
But it's not even, they don't even ask. He's like, "Wouldn't it be cool if this happened?" And you're like, "Yeah, I guess so, Jin. Get out of here."
Totally. It's like as long as he can get them to agree to
Yes.
his question, is
That's good enough for me.
Just offer them all pot. That's what you can do. And they're like, yeah, sure. And then you die.
Oh, but the pot is
Your soul.
No. It's like what they put plants in.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe, I guess.
oh yeah, you just turn into a potted plant.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Troll 2 style. Turned into a tree.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that would work.
Nilbog is goblin spelled backwards.
We're told by
a sequel to Troll, do you? Excellent. I'll give you a Troll 2. It's going to be with a bunch of Italians for some reason.
Yes, you're going to have a practicing dentist play the father.
Oh, in this movie, you want a Troll 2 to be outlive the first Troll movie. It is done. Here's a documentary about it. About how terrible your stupid movie is.
So we're told to fear the djinn, and there's some. So this is weird. We have Jewel making montage,
Sure.
Angus Scrim voiced scroll, and then a flashback to Persia, 1127 AD, and this djinn gets it going.
Because the guy is just like, you know what, Jane? What a great first wish I had, which you don't see. It's an off-screen wish. It was probably like a blowjob.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's gonna be real teethy. You didn't specify the skill level of the blowjob.
I actually do not have any saliva, so this is going to be weird.
I'm doing it. Gonna snowball it back into your mouth.
Oh, come on!
you should word your blowjob requests a little more carefully.
Well, that would happen in the real world if somebody's like, well, what is it that you wish? Why do you fucking blow me, pal? It's like, oh, this is going to take a while.
I must stop trolling the Bronx.
Oh man, those tentacles just going in back.
Oh, man.
This isn't going to be fun for anyone. Just sit back and enjoy it.
So this is like a Persian emperor's house.
Yeah.
And he's having a house party. They're having a good time.
Sure.
And then they get the second wish is to see he wants to see wonders.
He just says, astonish me, Jin.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
So-
you go nuts, Jin.
Show you the end of Cabin in the Woods then.
I must warn you, I have different tastes than you.
And then this is the most insane shit
Oh,
ever. The
this
gut person
fucking-
turns into like a crocodile tail. And then a skeleton comes out of a man's body.
That's pretty fucking cool.
It's
I
awesome.
have to say, because this is not only is it Kurtzman, you got Greg Nicotero is floating around doing the special effects for this movie. Savini's here in some capacity.
There's a gut monster. Just a random gut monster.
It's all awesome.
I appreciate because there's not. I believe this wholeheartedly. There's not enough skeletons in horror movies.
I agree with you.
The skeleton, he should be right there near. It's like Dracula, werewolf,
Yes.
mummy, skeleton.
We should
Right
have
there.
film franchise of the skeleton,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Welcome
gotta-
back to the Skeletons, or it could be a sitcom.
Right.
But yeah, there should be more skeleton movies. I think that's right,
I,
Steve.
I don't know, but when the CGI skeleton comes up, it's rough.
No, yeah, you got to take some pride in your
Yeah,
skeleton,
you
Chris.
gotta
I love the alligator man because he's like, he is a dude. So what's happening is like this second wish has been made. The place is going ape shit. And there's like the guy who's like the religious figure or advisor or whatever for, this community is running around like trying to get to the king or whatever and be like, dude, you fucked up. So he's running by this rogues gallery of just sheer horror. And he gets to this guy who has turned kind of into a half crocodile. And the guy who doesn't want to cause no trouble.
No.
He's just like, oh, hey, man, are you going to talk to the king about that horrible wish you made? And the guy's like, yeah, I got to get on it. And he's like, if you could you mention how it kind of sucks being half crocodile? And the guy's basically like, yeah, I'll see if we get to it. And he's like, yeah, that's all I asked.
We got a large agenda today. We'll see what we got.
I don't know how to shit in this thing, man. And I really gotta go. I'm scared to shit.
Am I laying eggs now or what? Could you just ask this genie what the deal is?
The movies, the first one you see is this one guy, and you're like, oh man, this guy gets it so bad. He just kind of like merges into the wall. Dude, you wish you were that
He's
guy.
amazing. This is
Yes.
Han Solo frozen in carbonite. He's perfectly on the wall, like in that position.
The hands are in the exact same spot, but Steve is right. The rest of this fucking house of horrors. Cabin, you were talking about the gut monster. It's basically the alien chest burster, but just coming out of this dude's stomach. Like, yeah, please freeze me right into the wall.
Yeah, that sounds like the best option.
You know what, H.R. Geiger? I pulled that act in 1129. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, the skeleton getting ripped out of the body is awesome. And then so this djinn, I guess, is basically like just messing with this king or whatever.
The biggest thing you get in the scroll, which informs the whole movie, is the rules of a genie are this. He has to do of a djinn, I should say, are this. You get 3 wishes, but after that third wish, not unlike the end of Aladdin, the djinn is free, but it's not like Robin Williams. He's not going to Disney World wearing an anachronistic hat.
No.
He's literally going to rule the world and turn everyone into scary skeletons, presumably.
Yes.
Which is weird because, like, you're trying to tell me that this particular djinn, the titular Wishmaster in this movie, like, he hasn't had any success with that yet? What are we talking about?
And they're presumably other jinns.
Yeah,
because they're referred to. By the way, they're referred to as jinn, like a moose or something. Like deer.
I feel like much like Venom, he's the loser djinn from his world.
Oh,
he's the real bad one, and he keeps on fucking up left and right in this movie. I'm sorry,
Everyone else
he's
is
bad
like,
at this.
All these other jinns are in like this cool shadow realm. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy still out there for?
Yeah, every other dimension has been conquered by this species.
Yeah, it's like, well, I was responsible for the Dark Ages, and this guy does fall Rome, and was he still out there? Not, come on.
Don't worry, fascism's coming up. I'm up on deck. Here it comes.
You couldn't do it with a king? A king. They're the most corruptible people on earth.
So the
First
king,
prize is a brand new car. Second prize is a pair of steak knives. Third prize is you're fucking fired. You loser gin. You loser gin.
Shadow Realms are for closers. By the way, my gin is just going to be Jack Palance.
I'm okay with that. I wish remake Wish somehow. If you know what, a gin comes up to me, I'm like, all right, gin. First thing, world peace. Second thing, me getting a lot of money, cool stuff. Everyone's healthy.
Oh, I think you just wished for the world in pieces.
Oh, damn it.
Third thing is spell your wishes.
Third thing is I want you to remake the 1997 movie Wishmaster with Jack Palance in the title role.
Yes.
just call me Wishmaster. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
I would also watch that.
Oh, okay. That counts as your number one wish.
So whatever, man. Like, this fucking priest convinces this prince or whatever to like suck the genie into the jewel.
But you can't undersell that opening montage. You know you're off to the races in the right movie, man.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is getting good. Here's the thing. I didn't really even make it this far. Mm-hmm. I think I got to like
the angry scream and you passed out.
I think I got to the scroll and I was like, oh, cool. The tall man's narrating.
I mean, it could also be the opening of a Robin Hood movie or something.
It sort of does look that way a little bit. He's captured in this jewel, a la Care Bears 2.
Mm-hmm. And he's about to get that third wish, you know, because that's the way the djinn gets you. He gives you like, the first wish, it's maybe like, oh, I'm going to treat you to something nice. Second wish, you irrevocably fuck your life up. The third wish, you gotta undo the second wish.
And there it is. But now...
That's what they teach you in djinn school.
Yeah. Well, how is it that this prince is able to capture this djinn? Is it just because he's merely holding this jewel?
I think he just enchanted a jewel.
Yeah, I think he's like...
He says a thing. He's got an incantation.
Yeah. Well, we do mention that this is all taking place like pre-Islam, so I guess this local wizard that works for the king is familiar with the religious aspects of what the djinn is. Maybe?
It's a little less uncommon now.
I mean, it is a straight up wizard, so...
Yeah.
And then, so thankfully, we cut to America, present day.
Los Angeles. We're in America. We're actually in America, not Canada, shockingly.
But it's amazing. Like, just say Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
America, present day, Ford commercial.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Exactly. Like, so I'm trying to place it at first, you're like, where the hell are we here?
Yeah.
Eventually I got Los Angeles. It took a second.
Yeah, just give me some palm trees. You know what I mean? Like, we're hanging out.
Just like do the same thing they do when he goes to L.A. and Beverly Hills Cop.
Go down the strip in a convertible kind of a thing.
I think I'm gonna like it out here.
He flirts with a girl in another car.
Yeah.
So we're at the docks, and Robert Englund is this professional antiques dealer, and his assistant, played by Ted Raimi, they're overseeing this big crate getting taken off of a boat.
Ted, my brother, is Sam Raimi.
Yeah, you can't forget that.
I do like Ted Raimi in things, though. I like
to
poke fun at him, but
a little bit.
It's a welcome present. Yes, exactly. This is plenty of Ted Raimi.
A teaspoon is fine. It's good because he kind of bookends the film. You don't get too much of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's a dude who's like doing the forklift operating or whatever, and I guess he's drunk, we're told.
Mickey. Poor Mickey.
Mickey Torelli, dude.
Yeah, Mickey Torelli.
It's great is he's putting whiskey in his coffee, and I'm like, all right, not bad move. You're going to work, fuck that shit. But it turns out to be a negative in the plot of the film.
It turns out in this particular instance, drinking on the job was a bad idea.
At 9 a.m.
He is, as it turns out, using heavy machinery. Yeah. And it's a great like 1-2 of Englund being like, now careful there, this thing's really expensive and we sure wouldn't want anything to happen to it. Yeah. And then it's Ted Raimi being like, yeah, you forklift operating piece of shit. And this thing just like breaks and drops and like a Looney Tune crushes Ted Raimi.
Oh, I did a bad thing.
It's not necessarily because he's drunk. It's because the cup of coffee, which is very hot, mind you, even though it does have whiskey in it, falls over.
Cool down a little bit with the whiskey.
Yeah. Well, that's why you do it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's why I'm doing it. I'm not trying to get drunk here. I'm just trying to make this a little palatable. It's a little hot.
Yeah, this coffee's hot, and it just so happened I had a bottle of whiskey in my jacket.
How am I going to cool this down? Well, they were out of milk at the store where I bought it.
So I had to go to the liquor store, which is next to the Dunkin' Donuts.
Which is that's like milk.
And FYI, the weekend is only 4 days away, so I'm gonna buy whiskey now to have it for the weekend.
Well,
I'm in
it's
range.
cheap.
It's called being in range.
Trying to figure out what the problem was here.
So the cup of coffee spills, and it's like spills on the controls.
Dude, it's a
hot.
super explosion. There's like sparks coming out of this thing.
So it's more the cup's fault.
Yeah.
And I guess the function of the machine is to release anything whenever there's like there might be a safety mechanism where like, okay, if this shorts out, we want it to clamp on and hold on to make sure that it's like, that's it.
It's like when an elevator has those safeguards. Like if the thing breaks, there's like clamps that hold it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you would think it's something like that, but no. Ted Raimi is fucking goop on the bottom of this box.
And Ted Raimi apparently can't move his legs.
Yeah, I mean, I would move if I'm standing under like a 2-ton thing, it breaks open and like a piñata, there's this great ruby, and I love this one guy. This construction guy's like, all right, that's gonna go in the old pocket there.
Oh yeah, this dude sees this and he's like, I'll find a guy for this, and sort of takes that away. And then we're introduced to our main character, this woman Alex. Who's playing tennis with her lab partner,
her buddy,
something?
Her buddy.
They're work friends.
Work friends.
And this guy Josh doesn't want to be just work friends.
No, not at all.
No,
And like, it's really sad because she's like, oh man, I really enjoy hanging out. He's like, I'm gonna make it sexual. And she's like, I don't have any friends after I lost my parents. And he's like, I'm gonna make it sexual. Like he will not. She's like really begging him.
Of course.
She's like, it's just like, it's been a really tough couple of years, and your friendship, your platonic friendship means that I want to make it sexual.
Dude, it's like the old Steve Urkel, man. I'm wearing her down.
God.
That's what this dude is doing. And she's like, I beg of you. You are literally my only friend. I have my sister who kind of sucks. And by the way, my parents both burned to death in a fire. You're literally my only friend on the planet. Please fucking put it away.
Nope. So yeah, he tries to talk her into this thing. He gives her his hat. He's like, maybe, and she's like, maybe let's just go for a burger and a ball game, like we always do. And he's like, no, it's got to be a romantic date.
He's like, how about dinner and a movie? And she's like, burger and a ball game, dinner and a movie.
What's the movie?
Yeah, I'll go take you to see one of them Swedish pornos. I saw a Taxi Driver. I know that counts as a date. It worked out for him, right? It worked out for Taxi Driver.
I kind of passed out while watching it, honestly, so I forgot.
A lot of people come to these movies. So family, no, they do come. Him backtracking with Sybil Shepherd there, like trying to like save it.
Awesome.
That moment is so great.
Also, he's definitely patronizing the concession stand at the porno theater. Dude, that candy's stale. Oh, that's the grossest part of all of Taxi Driver.
Yeah, but look at how much he can get for his money back then.
That's
like
true.
It was crazy.
True.
He's like, yeah, I'll have like popcorn. It's just like the start of Phantom Thread. He's going through every single concession item. Like, oh, the hungry boy, popcorn for the hungry boy. Oh, milk duds, this, that. And so, yeah, that'll be okay. Ring you all up here. 15 cents.
No, I'm going to need a lot of Butterfingers.
Oh, ew.
Ooh.
So,
can I just say, what the hell is her job?
she's an appraiser of jewels, is what I'm understanding.
So she works for the antique company run by Jack Lemmon's kid?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, is she a scientist? Is she a tennis coach? Because the other thing is, in a few scenes from now, she's coaching a high school basketball team.
Well, that's just like community service, you know.
Oh, she did time?
No, I think she's actually being a good person.
Oh, well, this is a horror movie.
Yeah, Chris Lemmon is in this movie.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if I was Jack Lemmon, I would name my son Jack Lime.
Not John Lime?
No, Jack Lime.
Oh, Jack Lime, okay.
Why would you change his last name?
To go, well, then his son could be Jack Orange.
Yeah, here we are. We're a comedy team. Lemon Lime, please hire us. Oh, yeah.
They could go every Halloween as a Sprite can.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Come on, boy. We're getting the old Sprite can costume out again, right?
Do you think Jack Lemmon saw this movie?
Oh, you were bringing this up the other day. I think, yeah. I think it was like part of it.
Premiere screening.
If he's in the audience, sure.
Sure.
He's awake, not so sure.
Okay.
I got to make a phone call.
Hey, boy, got to go out and call my agent. Be back in a minute.
So, Dad, did you get my VHS tape of Wishmaster?
Sure did, son.
You know, there's a bar down the street.
Yeah, I watched 10 minutes of it while making Grumpy 1, which is what I call Grumpy Old Men 1.
Like, yeah, I got your VHS from you, son. How did you know I needed something to straighten out this coffee table?
Actually, they were probably making Grumpy 2 by this point. My apologies.
Hey, Lemmon, I saw your son in Wishmasters.
Glad I was born sterile.
I wish there was a genie that would get him out of that movie. I actually didn't see the movie. I read the box, though.
Yeah, Mathau, at least my kid didn't work for Canon.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Charles Mathau?
Chuck Mathau?
Chuck Mathau, I think. I might be wrong on that. He's in the documentary.
Oh, is he? Does he look
He looks
sound
exactly
like
like his father.
Oh, that's terrible.
Lemmon kind of looks like a hulked out version of Jack Lemmon.
It does. It's disturbing.
It's
weird.
very weird.
It's like, why has he got broad shoulders?
Because also this dude is very intense.
Yeah.
He's bringing some intensity to this role that I don't think it's asking for.
So he runs this, like, I guess, this jewel factory or whatever the hell it is.
Jewel factory.
I don't know much about anything. But no, it's a, whatever.
It's some sort of like auction house or some shit.
Yeah,
That's the word.
They have like appraisers on.
They have a
site.
quite literal blood diamond on their hands
Yeah,
now.
that's what they do. They funnel blood diamonds into America.
So this guy, he sells the thing and he's like, wow, look at this big, great ruby. I'm going to get my best appraiser on it. He gives it to her. In looking at it, by the way, she breathes on it and rubs on it. So
that's the thing.
Yeah, and that's what, Wishmaster's like, all right.
Yeah, finally, someone rubbing my jewels.
The old Donald Duck method.
Someone's rubbing my family jewel.
Well, I love it's like, this ain't your mama's genie. It's not some stupid oil lamp. But it's exactly like that.
Well, it's much like
it's pretty much exactly like that.
It's much like the film Kazam, dude, where no, he's not locked inside a lamp, but that's right, boombox.
What? Oh,
magic boombox.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. Now, is he an evil djinn?
No, he's a rapping genie.
Interesting.
Yeah, who also somehow manages to bring a child back from the dead. Not kidding.
A rapping necromancer. I like that.
Rap romancer.
That's amateur stuff. Oh, sure. I would have loved to have hidden inside a boom box for all these millennia.
Boo-hoo, dead children. Boo-hoo.
So she brings it to this awkward motherfucker.
Yeah.
And she's like, could you please do some scientific tests on this? We want to know like what it's made of.
First
blah, blah, blah.
a date.
Yeah, totally. How about that dinner?
Pay me my price. My price in this case is an unwanted date.
Ew. It's just like
Just one Matthew McConaughey, Kate Hudson movie. Just one. Sure, I'll analyze your jewel right after a dinner at Hardee's.
just like begging someone for a date. Please take the hint.
But yes, obviously, but it's just made so much worse by the fact that she begs him and prefaces with, I have no other friend on the planet.
Well, it's also fucked up. We'll get to the end, but this is essentially what she has to be corrected with.
Yeah, exactly. She needs to learn a hard lesson.
Yeah. So she puts this jewel under all these lasers and whatnot, and the thing goes crazy and explodes and like kind of shoots this guy, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
He gets sort of like burned up or whatever.
Because I thought he was going to be like longer in this movie. I'm like, oh, this hunk, he's got to be. Something.
Yeah, but dude, this guy, he's like a fucking wet towel on screen.
Speaking of wet towel, this is when we first see the Wishmaster kind of crawl out of the jewel, and he's like a baby.
Why does it have to be birthed?
Incredible, man. It's like a little fat alien.
Did you see, by the way?
Yes, I did see. I was leading up to it. Who's going to say it?
Oh, we'll say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Vern
Mini-me.
Troyer. Yeah.
yes.
Dude, Vern Troyer is playing this like hatching genie
genie.
And he's got like a brain head kind of a thing going on.
Yeah.
He looks like the Borg Queen, to be completely honest.
A little bit
And
Alice
then
Creasy.
I'm a little bit unsure of what happens next. Does he take this dude's body or like takes nutrients out of it to
Yeah, I
become
think
big?
I
Yes,
think that the second part.
He eats his soul.
Because he's like, oh, looks like that hurts quite a bit. Would you like me to take away your suffering? And he's like, yes, please. And then
Which that one you can see coming
Yes.
a mile away. Even when you're like hurting as bad as this dude is, you got to be like, smells like a crooked genie. Better be very careful how I word this response.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm fine. I'm just gonna die here. Thank you.
Sure, he's green and covered in black slime, but on my mind, I might be dying right now, and that's the EMT, and he's got this morphine for
That's a really good point.
All right. If you say no, I'm gonna come over there and lick you anyway.
Dude, it's
so he
kinda-
licks him, and then he takes out of all of his nutrients, and he turns into like the Green Goblin. Like
Yeah.
he's a
Yes.
fully formed Willem Dafoe now.
with zero sign of genitalia, by the way.
Well, he's got this like weird beetle body. I don't know what's going on. It's like all this like this muscle suit. That's I mean,
Yeah.
like so the face is
Wait,
very.
you don't have a muscle suit?
no, this is all Sadak right here. But it's like it's this actor. We should give credit where credit's due. Andrew Divoff, who's excellent in this movie. I think.
He's the dude who played a crazy Russian guy on Lost for a season or
Okay.
two. Yeah, good character actor. This
Solid
guy.
character.
He
He's
gets a lot more time in the sequel.
oh, good.
Well, of course, then it's the fucking gin show, man.
It is. It's and
So you watched the sequel?
I did. Well, I watched the second one and the third one.
Boy,
Whoa.
you got nothing but time.
That's true.
So which is the best, by the way? Before we continue.
I actually kind of think the second one's the best.
Whoa.
Well, after the second one, this dude doesn't return.
No,
it's another guy.
It moves, The whole show moves to Canada. There's 2 movies after that are all made in Canada.
That sounds about
And
right.
I
Oh,
think
was
they're
it Canada?
Straight to video, yeah.
Oh, definitely straight to
'Cause I
video. The
went to,
second
like-
one was straight to video.
I went to
too.
like Wikipedia, and it's like I'm reading these things about these movies, and then like the third one comes up, and it's like it is a Canadian film.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
I guess it's celebrated there.
Yeah,
Make no mistake, this sequel was directed in Canada. Oh, you'll have a franchise, all right. Oh, quite a lustrous, long franchise, but it's moving to Canada.
yeah. Prime Minister Harper declared like fucking Wishmaster Day in Canada.
But I almost I saw the first one, loved it, and then I just I didn't go back for the second one. But one day we had theater tickets. My fiance was getting ready, and I was like, I'll just see what's on the Sci-Fi Network. Wishmaster 2 is on. I'm like, uh-oh. And I just got to sit down.
Yes, Stephen, how much did you pay for those tickets?
And she got into the act too. We were both like, all right, we have to leave in 5 minutes. This is awesome, but we do have to leave.
You missed that play?
No, we didn't. We made it.
Damn. Make for a better story if you missed it.
The mafia's involved, Andrew.
What?
In Wishmaster 2.
Yep.
Get the fuck out.
Prison gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. The mafia and prison gangs?
It's quite a lot.
You'll have to smuggle me into prison. There's only one way to do that.
That's right. This jewel will go up your butt.
It's Brawl on Cell Block 99, but with a gin.
So this guy, so now he's full on gin. Yeah, he's got a Green Goblin face. He's got these really cool weird teeth. And the beetle body's a bit weird. It's like this superhero suit.
I thought it was like an exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Excuse me, did you just see he had cool teeth?
Yeah.
That's gross.
No, but they're not exactly.
He
Everyone's
looks like the Green Goblin, like
Yes.
dead on, right?
Well, he should. Well, what the Green Goblin should look like. Not that.
Right.
Not that. Yes.
You're right. Well, you're right.
So this is actually kind of my favorite part of this movie is this woman Alex comes into the laboratory
Yes.
and she sees all the cops everywhere and whatnot, and she runs in and she's like, Alex, and this detective who's like kind of a small character in the movie like stops her like, oh, there's nothing you can do for this guy. And she goes, no, I have to get in there. That's my best friend. I was like, oh man. Just because he's your only friend doesn't
you
mean
know
he's
what?
also
Give-
your best friend.
At the end of it, give him it. Say, that's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Just do it once.
Oh no, dude! Then what if it turns out he's still alive? I heard that.
I can't wait for the dinner now. You'll have to give me my feed bag.
You try to be nice to him once on his deathbed.
But it's great because one of the guys was This is all because of a computer explosion? Must have been some kind of computer.
All right, computer explosion.
Because that's like, I guess that's what the djinn, kind of wrote it off as,
And the insurance investigator. Yeah.
Didn't have a cop at the door to stop her?
No,
I couldn't get that. No, just 5 guys around this corpse.
Now, also, this woman that doesn't work for this laboratory. How the fuck did you... I think this dude gave her a card. He's like, oh, yeah, maybe the first step is like give her access to this facility. That'll sweeten the deal. It'll make me look real cool.
So we cut to Buck Flowers, everybody's favorite homeless person, and he is getting into it with this pharmacist, and this is a tirade. I actually have it because it's really good. The two of them going at it.
It's so this is the dude from Phantasm also.
Yes. Homeless man. You left customers in there. It's not a very good way to run a business. Pharmacist. Don't tell me how to run my business, you fucking bum. Well, don't tell me how to run my life. You're a fucking prick. I'll talk to whoever I want to. You don't own this sidewalk. You want to know something? I own this sidewalk because I pay fucking taxes. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hope you die, you sack of shit. I hope you die, and I hope you float down in the gutter so I can fucking piss on you. Beautiful.
Is that all that? Does that cut off? Because somewhere around there, he calls this dude the afterbirth of a Chinese gangbanger.
I left that out.
I had no idea.
That was edited for content.
Yes, exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And then like the djinn's like, wow.
I had no idea this was written by Shakespeare.
What did I just walk into? Boy, I would love these two on my team.
I mean, I've seen some fucked up shit, but God.
Now, what is the djinn just like walking by and he sees this? Because this whole thing is like he needs to Shang Tsung some souls to like get some power. Is
they
the
say
idea?
To charge his ruby.
Right. At this point.
Oh, yeah. You can charge your ruby over here, buddy.
He's still disgusting. He looks like an alien and he's like covered in slime, but he's got like a Ninja Turtles hideout costume on with like a trench coat, a little hoodie up, and he's just like, oh, I'm just going to the porno theater.
I'm going to get some dominoes after I watch this pornographic movie.
He looks like a Russian peasant from 1950, like shambling around this place.
The best thing is this guy's like, oh, this fucking guy, I'm gonna fucking kill that son of a bitch. He's like, well, hello there, I'm an evil genie. And he's like, what do you want? And he actually says like, you know what I want? I want a jack and a room for the night. He's like, no, but you really want that guy dead, right? Like, you know what? Fuck you, genie. Pay that guy.
Sorry, like, and it should have been a thing where like he's like, fine, done, and he snaps his finger, and then he's got the bottle of whiskey and whatever.
Yeah,
money comes out of his mouth like he's on the Stepford Wives, and he hands it to him.
He's like, now by the way, are you sure there's not anything else you want?
And it could just be like a whole bit.
He keeps going for it. Like,
until
I could go for a chicken. All right, fine, a chicken sandwich.
All right, now you have your chicken sandwich. You have your Jack Daniels bourbon. You have your room for the night. Now let me ask you this. Don't you want anything to happen to that pharmacist back there?
All right, fine. Don Henley is alive again. Good. I mean, he's back. He's back. He's back.
I mean, I already got your soul, but I only get off if you kill someone.
So yeah, he says like,
yeah, how about this, man? I want that guy to get cancer and die.
And he gets like super cancer.
Yeah.
I guess.
This is dying of cancer. Holy shit. It's like toxic cancer.
Oh, the mucus. Ugh. It is.
He's like melting like he's in RoboCop or something.
Pardon me, I always confuse dying from cancer with the origin story of the Toxic Avenger.
Well, did they know what cancer was in 1127?
Great question.
That's true.
I mean,
back then we just called it natural causes.
Cancer sounds a lot like leprosy times a million, surely.
Yes, cancer is when you pour acid on a face, yes?
You have to bear with me. English is a second language.
So this guy, the bum, runs off, and he's like, good. Tell your friends to be wary of what they wish for. Or something like, he's like, be wary of a monster that preys upon wishes.
Hey, genie, who you talking to?
Never you mind. Just never you mind.
But it's also weird. So it's like he has the woman who freed him, right? So she is like the quote unquote Wishmaster, I guess, in this situation, right? But then he's also just walking around like doing favors.
Yeah, that's part of the. I need to charge up my ruby.
Yeah,
makeup.
he's got to stay hard.
Well, I think he's just got to get back in fighting shape. You know what I mean? It's been so long.
Need to get back on the wish-granting treadmill.
Yeah.
So the next one he goes to is he needs a face. This is where he gets Andrew Divoff, the actor's face,
Right.
so that he can kind of spend less time in the makeup chair.
Also, I mean, you just can't be walking around to high society antique dealer parties looking like that, like a fucking Power Ranger villain.
Yeah.
So he goes, and the guy who played, I didn't even look this up, but I'm pretty sure this is correct.
Okay.
The guy who played the Anthony Michael Hall character from the Weird Science TV show.
Whoa.
Also a stoner from Can't Hardly Wait.
Yes.
Wow.
The guy's like, oh,
That
yeah.
guy, yeah, Watermelon guy from Can't Hardly Wait. Wait, so he was in the TV show of Weird
I
Science? Is
believe
that
so, but
right?
I might be getting that wrong.
I feel like that guy's too young to be on the Weird Science TV
The only
show.
the guy from Oz is the only guy I remember from the Weird Science TV show.
Oh,
Chris
I don't know.
Maloney?
No, the other
J.K. Simmons.
No. The
I don't know that guy.
Who's with Maloney.
His name is Na.
What the fuck is that guy's name?
Yeah, him.
He just said it was Na.
Na.
But so he goes into a morgue to get a face, it seems. That's his
Are we
move.
told how Andrew Divoff's character bites the big one?
No, we do not.
Because it would have been way better if, like, there was a little bit of like a character setup, like he's just some dude, like he gets murdered in like a jewelry store heist or something.
He left a beautiful corpse.
Of course he did. This dude's very handsome.
So he was ready to go, and the djinn was like,
Oh, yes, that's perfect. That's what I want to kiss with.
He's not that handsome, though. I mean, I'm sure he went through this morgue and they were like, everything else was just too fucked up. A lot of closed caskets.
I guess this is the best I can do. All right, that's bad. That's worse. All right, we'll go back to the other original guy. Fine.
And so he's ripping this guy's face off in his monstrous visage. And like, you know, the guy's like, hey man, oh my God. And he starts screaming. He's like, would you like not to see this? And he's like, yes, sorry. Well, you know what? Yes, man, I'm going to have a conversation with you as you rip someone's fucking face off.
Yeah, totally.
A literal monster is ripping someone's face off and you're answering its questions.
you're not running. That's interesting. That's
and
an
he's
interesting
like, yes.
tactic.
And then he takes his eyes and he's screaming and he has to yell out, just so you know, my eyes, my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we know what's wrong.
Yeah.
I guess now, do you think it just blinds him, or is his eyes like? Is he
Like
actually
they were like scabby shit going on?
Sewn shut or something?
Yeah, I guess that's painful.
Yeah.
This is veering into like very much like Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The body horror here is. I did not see this coming.
Did you peep the writer of this film?
No.
He wrote Hellraiser 2, 3, and Hellraiser Bloodline.
Wow,
Jesus.
that explains
Well,
a lot.
I will bring you to the sequel where a man actually fucks himself.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like where that's going.
Wishmaster 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Hello, Amazon.
I think the djinn is Pinhead's dad.
Oh.
I think that's how it works.
Oh, nice. I can see that.
I was going to do a bit where they talk to each other, but it's the same voice.
Yes, it's more or less the same voice.
Yeah, a little bit. Yes. But anyway, so he takes this guy's face and now he could turn into Andrew Divoff. He goes to we're following the Wishmaster for quite a while, which I love.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, you know, it's kind of like if you saw like Jason in his off hours, like he went to the pharmacy.
What do you mean I
stopped
can't-
by the morgue?
What do you mean I don't qualify for this apartment? I have given you security deposit and the first month's rent. No, I don't have a prior address.
Why, yes, I guess I will open a J.C. Penney credit account. I didn't know that had such savings.
What is a credit history? Oh, crap. It looks like it's my final offer to renew my subscription to the nation.
Well, I kind of wanted more of an Encino Man montage of him getting to know the town.
He's got to be sniffing around downtown.
By the end of
It's
it,
the Wishmaster. Let's give him a bath.
I'm kind of into Modest Mouse.
In a high school would be a fun setting for a Wishmaster.
Yes, Wishmaster 5 high school.
Yeah.
Just high school.
Colon high school.
He puts on a kid's face, and then suddenly he's granting like wishes to these jocks who then get like their own asses hung from flagpoles or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And or like prom queen. Look out for her. And
Yeah.
like the nerds rule the day or
The
something.
crown attacks her.
But then like he sees like the nerdy girl like crying in the corner. He's like, wait. What is wrong? And suddenly, like, he starts to develop like a heart, you know?
Wow,
he's like,
yeah.
He's like, oh my God, I wish that didn't happen to you. Oh, no, I'm making wishes.
Pitching your remake of Carrie.
Oh, Janie, some of these sketches are quite good. You've got a lot of talent. God damn it, Janie. I just spoke with Cody. Do you know he thought you were just a joke? Just a stupid joke.
Wait a minute, Janie. Could you take out the ponytail? Oh, and now take off the glasses. Oh, my, Janie.
Yes. Why, yes, Janie. Yes, I could remake you with magic, but the truth is, you're beautiful already.
Yeah. This is sixpence none the richer.
So kiss me.
Let me ask you this, teacher. Don't you wish you didn't assign us this homework?
Oh, yes. That's the joke after the credits. After you see the black title card of the credits, like the company, and then you get the one more joke to get get everybody going. That's the one.
Yep. And then we go to college. He just
It
lives his
actually-
life like a regular kid, like an American kid, the Wishmaster, until he we follow him through adulthood.
Shit.
Exactly. We see his first job out of college because this is in the 90s. Everything's handed to him. He gets an instant car, instant job.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, but he hates it anyway. And then he's like complaining to Ethan Hawke about it.
God, last week, Ethan Hawke, I was only pre-approved for 4 mortgages. How obnoxious.
Weird, I'm living off starting up a literary magazine in 1996, and my apartment is 3 apartments wide. But that girl doesn't like me, Ethan Hawke. Millennial souls, they taste different. It's just a thinner cut.
Everything's going so well for me, but I'm just terrified of being called a yuppie.
Can I just say that these millennials are killing the toilet paper industry?
It's hilarious you say that, Eric, because he does go off on somebody for calling him a yuppie in the second one.
What?
He does,
The
absolutely.
actual gin?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you,
Amazing.
man. Stay tuned, Wishmaster 2.
Yeah.
If we ever get through Wishmaster 1, we'll see.
I don't know if
We'll
that's
see if
going to be
this
happening.
ends. We'll see if this
I don't
episode
know.
ends. So he goes to a mall. He gets a nice suit, and he's very smitten with this lady. That is the thing. The djinn is attracted to her. She's just trying to like make us. I mean,
Well,
she's attracted
listen,
to him.
he's from Persia, man. Like, and she's an African American woman, and he's only seen pasty white people
That's a
so
good
far.
point,
So
yes.
maybe that's part of it.
That could be. But this poor woman, she's like yada yada something about beauty, and he's like,
Oh, I see. So you're saying you'd like to stay beautiful forever?
and she's
No,
like,
I'd
not-
actually
not
just
really.
like to live my life.
Could you please just say that so I could do this evil thing?
I would just like to age gracefully.
No. Say the line.
Please indulge me if you will.
Here's the script. Here, just read it right there. That's
Trust
the
me,
li-
sales girl, it would be hilarious.
And she, of course, says, "Well, yes, I guess I would like to be beautiful forever. Who wouldn't?" And then she gets turned into a really not good-looking mannequin.
No, yeah, she got ripped off. I thought it was going to be a thing where, and this is a much better genie trick, right? It's like,
Fine. Now you shall live forever, never age. And by the way, good luck watching all your family and friends and everyone you know on this earth die. Bye.
Wait, it's been a while since I've seen that mannequin movie. Is that how she gets? Is that how she becomes?
There is some
trapped to a
dark
mannequin?
magic
There
in
is
there for
something
sure.
to
Yeah.
it. I forget exactly.
And I think it's Egypt, so it's nearby.
Yeah.
and it's like, I don't know, something Hollywood.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it.
Isn't James Spader in that movie?
Oh,
I think he's like a
It's Andrew
no,
nebulous.
it's
McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah.
Oh yes, no, yeah.
He's the
David
bad
is
guy.
the bad guy in that movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, you'll get a sequel to Mannequin, all right. But the only one who'll be in that is Christy Swanson and the guy from Herman's Head.
Wait, Hollywood didn't return for
Oh,
part
no,
two?
Hollywood did return.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Of course, Hollywood
And
returns.
also Hollywood from Designing Women.
That's right. He was a treasure you will not appreciate until long after his passing.
That's true.
So he's just kind of going through stuff. We cut back to Alex, and she's like upset because her friend is dead, and like this is when we find out about her family. Like
this is
her.
I mean, go ahead, but I'm sorry. This is a bit much backstory for this shitty horror movie.
She's like, her sister is like, oh my God, I can see you're so upset. It's all going to start happening again, right? The nightmares, the therapy, the this, the that. And I'm like, well, the second one's totally fine. Like, you should probably stay in the therapy.
Yeah. You're going to be getting help again. Great. I can see it now.
What a nightmare.
Thanks, Christmas.
But no, so she's like, yeah, it's because ever since Mom and Dad burned in that building and I saved you, little sister.
Robert and Renee burned in the fire.
That's when a djinn is born. So maybe there should be like a baby djinn now.
Oh, I see.
From her parents' demise. Yes.
Oh, Djinn Jr.
Yeah, Djinn Jr. That's what we call the high school movie.
Yes.
It's actually the djinn's son.
Djinn Jr. is what I call it when I secretly feed booze to kids on Halloween.
Oh.
Djinn Jr. is like the little G&T I have right before bed. Like, let me just like, I know I brush my teeth, but I need something to fucking fall asleep.
So you don't
My life
wake
is
up with
living
the
that-
shakes, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's got nothing to do with going to sleep. It's got everything to do with waking
It
up.
is- yeah. And then a little one on the way to work, and then a little one at work.
And then you're lifting up old statues, and
And then you're Mickey Rourke and Barfly.
Oh, yeah. Here's to all my djinns.
To all my friends. To all my friends.
he does have like a B cadence a little bit.
He kind of does. He's sort of like, let's words hang.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a choice that this dude is making as this character.
It's memorable. So yeah, she's like, oh, blah, 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 and then like, it's basically just saying, I have this horrible backstory. This is who I am.
But it's this weird, like, mom and dad burned in this fire. And the girl is like, yeah. The sister's like, yeah. But you saved me. Why don't you focus on the fact that you saved me?
I'm fucking great. In case you haven't noticed, I'm fucking great.
It's also a weird thing, though, where, like, it's clear that, like, Alex hooked the sister up with a job at the antique dealer situation. And it's also, I feel like part of that is like this woman's like kind of resenting her also, like, all right, I'm turning to you in my hour of need. I got you this job. I saved you from a fire. The least you could do is listen to me and not chastise me for going to therapy.
You were living with me anyway.
Yes.
You might as well be able to pay some rent every once in a while. Shit.
I'm having a shitty week. My best friend A came on to me, then died in a computer explosion, all right?
And I didn't even realize he was my best friend until I saw his face melted off after the aforementioned computer explosion.
I should have saved Mom. I should have done it. I don't know
Always
why I
the
didn't
move.
do it.
Always the move.
You know what? Mom was a tenured college professor. Wouldn't have had to hook her up with a fucking job.
You didn't do shit at the time.
Still don't.
You know, I gotta say credit to this movie, though, for no obnoxious flashbacks of said fire.
This movie knows that it's called Wishmaster, and it's just Wishmastering around. Every time whenever Wishmaster is not on screen, everyone is asking, where's Wishmaster?
Exactly right. So Alex is like, all right, well, I gotta go meet this motherfucker that was doing this doc deal or whatever. So she goes to Robert Englund's place.
Yes.
And you get to see the fucking house of horrors that this guy lives in.
Yikes.
This is a real creep show.
Huge.
It's kind of, I mean, it's huge,
The
but it's
square
also
footage,
like,
man.
I kind of gather that this may be what Bob Englund's real life house looks like.
Oh, you think so?
Combine all the creepy statues, because the one in joke here is that he owns the Pazuzu statue from Exorcist.
Yes.
So it's like he's got all these like creepy ass artifacts floating around. You know, he's a rich, mysterious businessman. All you have to do is add in the weird like Robert Englund paintings from A New Nightmare. That's his actual house. It has to be.
Do you think it was an awkward year on the horror circuit? Because like here you got Bobby Englund, you got Kane Hodder, and you got
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd,
of course.
They're all in this movie. Like, oh man, you're in Wishmaster. I'm in Wishmaster. Oh, we should talk about Wishmaster. And then like Doug Bradley's like, so what's going on? What's everybody? Where's everybody going? What's hey, what's Wishmaster?
Can I get a wish? I'll be a wisher.
Dick Warlock's like, I could do wishes. I could be a Wishmaster. And you got Angus fucking Scrim.
I can read your fucking script.
I could be a Wishmaster, Mark. I could do what he does.
Like, who are we missing here? We're missing
the Texas Chainsaw franchise is completely left out of this.
Exactly. Who Gunnar Hansen. Yeah, there he is.
Gunnar could have.
You're told, by the way, there are folks who will say that Gunnar Hansen was the gentlest giant of all.
I'm sure he would
give him a role in fucking Wishmaster. Although I thought you were going to say Steve, because it's also very noticeable. Robert Englund, big part in this movie. Kane Hodder and Tony Todd.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Because Robert Englund's the draw, I guess. But also, it's what we were forgetting. It's Wes Craven presents Wishmaster.
Oh, of course.
Right.
I forgot all about that. Also, it's weird because I don't know the production dates on this movie or anything like that, but this comes out in 97, theatrically released, so we're post-Scream.
Sure.
Right? But doesn't it feel like this movie was made in like 1993 or something like that?
Yes.
It doesn't feel like a post-Scream.
You know what?
Like we were talking about
Yeah.
urban legend and shit last week, and like that like post-Scream horror. This doesn't feel like it fits into that at all.
No.
They should have had like Michael Douglas in this movie to represent those horror movies of Disclosure and the one where the rabbits boiled.
Oh,
What was that
Fatal
one?
Attraction.
Yes.
Oh, of
Get
course.
Glenn Close in this.
Oh, you'll have sex with Glenn Close, but at a great price. Your rabbit is now dead.
Was that his rabbit in that movie?
I believe
I think
so.
it's
Yeah,
his daughter's.
the
I think it's the
family's
daughter.
rabbit.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
But so yeah,
That's he had all those sexual horror movies.
he did.
Well, like, okay, Robert Englund.
Psychosexual horror. But
Oh
yes.
wait, they're psychosexual.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
Psychosexual horror movies.
Oh, because the woman was crazy.
Yeah.
The one time the woman was the crazy one. Okay.
Where is the line? And I don't remember who says it, but I just wrote it down. I think it's a back and forth exchange, is what I've noted here. It's djinn, genie. No, not Robin Williams.
Oh, that's coming up. So basically, she meets with Robert Englund, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I had this is where the great statue is going to be with that fucking drunk
dude. I love. He has a platform set up with a little placard that says what it was supposed to be. That's embarrassing.
And the gag is like, she's like, "Well, you're really upset about Ted Raimi." He's like, "Yeah, Ted Raimi, but that fucking statue."
That's kind of a good. And Englund plays this perfectly. The like. He's like, who? And she's like, Ted Raimi, your personal assistant. And he's like, yeah, really beating myself up over that.
But he has a real smell of married rich to me.
Oh, interesting.
Englund?
Yeah, England.
And then divorced even richer?
Yeah, possibly. Because he's just a professor.
Oh, he's a professor?
Yeah, he's just a professor. He was
a professor in last week's movie.
No, in this one as well.
Oh, is that right?
Not he's not teaching urban legends in this one, though. It'd be great if he was.
What, does he teach at a college? Are we told
Yeah,
that?
He's at the same college the
other lady,
the lady that we're about to talk about.
He does mention what the statue is, and he knows.
Oh,
about the
yes, you're
history
totally
of
right.
it.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this character.
Yeah, I think he married to like a condiment heiress or something. And
Yeah, Teresa Hines' first marriage before she married John Kerry was Professor
Beaumont.
Yes.
And he almost cleaned her out with all those creepy old statues.
Yeah,
She's like, you know what, dude, enough.
Buying a statue of a pre-Islamic god from the Persian Empire.
Listen, Terry, we need more statues. I don't know what else to tell you.
My favorite scene is right around here. So the djinn is trying to track down who has the jewel,
who awakened him.
Find his master so he can like get going on destroying the world.
Sure.
So he goes to this police station, and this is amazing. Like he goes to the police station, he finds the detective who was there at the My Best Friend incident.
Yeah,
and he's like, yes, I would just need the name and address of the sole witness to all of this. That shouldn't be a problem, right? And the guy's like, who the fuck are you? And then it's this awesome thing where there's some dude like mouthing off to cops. And he's like, yeah, see that guy over there? I've been looking to put that scumbag away. He always finds a way to skirt the system or like whatever it is. And he's like, so you're telling me you'd like to see this guy put away forever? And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this leads to the biggest freak out. Like this djinn is fucked up, man. Like this guy. So like this guy starts screaming and he pulls out a gun.
He
and
takes a cop's gun, I think.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And he's like, she shoots all of these cops in this room, and like the detective who the djinn is speaking with, like gets up to be like, "Oh my god, this is happening right now," and he's like, "Oh fine, what a distraction for me to pilfer through this notebook and find an address." And this guy, meanwhile, is going fucking crazy, killing all these.
It doesn't
people.
even stop there with the shooting. He grabs someone's jaw and
Yes.
rips his fucking like jaw off.
That is an out and out by the book fatality.
How did you give this guy superpowers?
Well, you ginned him a little bit.
He can do whatever the fuck he
a gin
wants.
hand.
No rules, baby.
I will gin you a little bit. It's like giving you PCP. You said yes to me. Now I have all the powers.
Oh yes, gin hands. This is the only way I can play guitar without my fingers shaking.
Because I forgot about this scene, and then I looked at my notes and I was like, police station. I was like, oh right, that, because there's so much crazy shit in this movie.
And then like the guy like comes back for more,
Yes.
and then this is when this detective just fucking blasts this dude from Here to Kingdom Come.
Well, he got him. You know what? Be careful what you wish for, I guess.
It's kind
now
of
all
like
your friends are dead.
it just reminded me of the freak out in Copycat.
Yes, yeah.
When that dude goes apeshit in the police station. Like it was kind of the same thing, but with a grade A Greg Nicotero designed fucking jaw rip, dude. My God.
I think Clinton has to address this. I think this is big news.
Oh, we all heard about that brave police detective that got his jaw ripped off. Gotta tell you, man, horrible tragedy sounding kind of cool.
People, there are mutants among us.
That's what this would be.
You
right?
gotta be careful about gins, baby. You gotta watch what you're saying and who you're saying it to.
Could you define what a djinn is? What does djinn mean?
Well, it depends upon what your definition of gin is.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
That joke takes us back to 1998. The sweet time of babes.
I met this dude. I've been hard ever since, man. I just was like, cool. It'd be cool if I could keep it up. But now I always got an erection.
Tired of walking around with a baseball bat for a willy.
No, Kenneth Starr, you owe me one more wish.
Fine, Mitch McConnell will destroy the Republic.
Well, I just feel like, he went by some bar and somebody was like, because you did always hear this, was like, you know who should run this country? A businessman. Somebody who run the country like a business. Be careful what you wish for. Here he comes.
You didn't specify how successfully his businesses had to be run. Drumstick. That's the only way. By the way,
Yes, that's it, yeah.
If you want, listen, we're searching for all sorts of answers in this world, right? Is there an afterlife? Is there a God? This and the other thing, right? A stone cold confirmation that fucking genies exist. The current situation.
Yeah,
and that genie, well, he's got a cryptic sense of humor. Fucking morose genies, man. I can't take it.
This is the work of a loser djinn. Like the real djinn, he would have put Robert Mercer in there like a smart boy.
Yeah.
Somewhere around here, they find like a book on djinns, and somebody is just like, is it Alex is just like reading this djinn book aloud?
Yeah.
In a voiceover, and it's like we're just hearing this person reading.
Well, because she meets up with Jenny O'Hara, who's this other professor.
Right.
This is when she's like, oh no, it's not Barbara Eaton. It's not Robin Williams. It's a djinn.
That's what. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that Barbara Eden thrown in also. And by the way, thanks for making me think about watching I Dream of Jeannie, a totally enjoyable sitcom from the 60s.
You know, that's the move. This will get you arrested, but it'd be fun. If you get, you get, oh, hey, you want a preview screening of that new Aladdin movie? Like, yeah, you get a bunch of kids and you just show them Wishmaster. It's like live action Aladdin. Here it is.
That's
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's an easy way to go to jail.
I could see like some like right wing evangelical doing that to like scare them away from
right.
Because I'm sure someone in this country feels like Aladdin was glamorizing a different religion, and that's a sin.
I mean, you will see that when this new one comes out.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
all with like, oh, well, I guess it's fine to
Yeah, they'll be out there with their God hates genies signs.
I read .com every day.
If you type that in, it'll take you to Breitbart. You go to Breitbart.com.
So around here, the djinn discovers he's got to go hang with Rob Englund for a little bit, see what's going on there. But he also finds out that like the order for this jewel or whatever was placed in the hands of this company run by Chris Lemmon.
Oh, right.
So he shows up. This is one of the funniest fucking things. So he's like, all right, well, now I have to go visit an antique dealer. Let's do this. And he shows up and like Chris Lemmon is closed for business.
Yes.
We're told this by primo casted security guard Kane Hodder. This is if Kane Hodder has to speak in a film, you are playing like FBI agent number 7 or under, or you're a security guard with 2 lines.
And Eric Siska's heart starts pounding like a disc.
It was an amazing. It's amazing to see his visage.
Here's a question about this though. Why is it that Kane Hodder has like a beard, but he's shaved off all the sideburns?
That's like a professional wrestlery kind of move.
It's also
mid-90s.
He should be on some event called Nitro with that fucking thing.
It was sexy, dangerous. You know what I mean?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, whole beard was that was out in
Right.
97.
But you get those sideburns out of there.
This was like a super goatee, like a power goatee.
Yeah.
Goatees were big.
And you still didn't, it wasn't a mullet because we were past that, but there's something
bit.
going on in the background
a little
there.
tangled back there.
I was gonna say, man, I was kind of let down that Kane Hodder didn't have a mullet in this movie because you guys were all like Kane Hodder, blah blah blah, and Kane Hodder I think is also credited at the beginning of the movie, and I'm like, fucking sweet. Lord only knows what I can expect from this fucking Kentucky waterfall.
97. He's trying to get sober. You can't let that mullet go.
Man, you know what? The mullet was part of the problem.
But this is great. So he goes up, he's like, I need to see Chris Lemmon. Show me Jack Lemmon's son.
Oh my God, be careful what you wish for. He's so unlike his father.
Dude, this guy looks like Richard Roper on steroids.
He does. But so he's like, oh, yes, I need to get in there. And he's like, well, it's closed, buddy. You got to get out of here. He's like, well, what would you like? And he has a fun line where he's like, do you know how annoying it is to be so powerful, but I also have to ask assholes what they like or something like that. But then he's like, you know what? I want you to leave. And it's my favorite part of the entire movie.
This is great.
The guy he's like turning, and great Andrew Divoff acting. He's like turning around like, no, I must get in there. And he's like walking away slowly like, this really sucks. Oh, damn it.
Son of a bitch, I've been bested by a fucking bemulleted, no sideburns security guard.
Damn Neanderthal. Talk to me like
He's just walking. He's walking in the opposite direction for days because no one else is saying, that son of a bitch, I can't believe it. That fucking power goatee. Now, oh great. Now I'm in San Diego.
The jerk store ran out of you.
He's like fucking Danny Houston in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yes.
Just walk and don't turn back or whatever. Damn, these shoes were so delectably expensive.
But then, like, as he's walking away and he's like, you know, Kane Hodder just can't keep his trap shut. You've won, Kane Hodder.
Yeah. That's right. Doesn't matter what this genie's talking shit to you after this, man. You won.
But he's like, oh, yeah, you know what? The only way you're getting in here is if you go through me. And I'd love to see that. And it's like, that's
fine. Execute protocol 1997 CGI.
That's in the language in the contract you'll never see that you signed.
So he like becomes like phantom zoned. It's
Yes.
like, I guess he morphs into the glass or he becomes glass.
Which is great because in this moment, it actually, just because of the flattening, it looks like Kane Hodder has the mullet he definitely should have had.
I see. Yeah. The CGI artist thought that he had a mullet at the time.
And this is, he just assumed. It was more than an assumption. It was an educated guess. But yeah, he like walks through him and Kane Hodder kind of like wiggles a little bit like Jello and then explodes into shards of people glass.
Sure.
But I would have preferred like a push through and he's just stuck in the glass.
Yeah,
forever.
like he's just
Or just walk through his fucking body. Just walk through this meat sack that is.
Well, it's awesome.
Kane Hodder.
The Jinn's got a great line right here too, because Chris Lemmon is like, "Well, how did you get in here?" And he goes, "The guard opened up on me."
Yeah. Nice. And he's like, oh, get out of here, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, give me the address of your employee. And he's like, no. And he's like, I wouldn't do that for anything. He's like, anything. And he's like, all right, maybe for $1 million. And he's like, done. And this is my favorite scene. My second.
I can't even believe this though, because like the fucking backflips that this genie is going to.
It's a Mr. Show bit. We cut to a sweet old lady at an airport. And I guess she's getting airline insurance.
Yes,
something you can get.
Life insurance at the airport.
Okay, you can do that. And
yeah,
it's like,
they had a like grimmer outlook on air travel in '97, I guess.
And she's like, oh, who do you want to make the beneficiary? She's like, oh, I'd like to make my son. He owns an antique dealership. And it's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Cut to plain. It's like 3 seconds tops.
It's awesome. But also, like, they never go back to this. Chris Lemmon is never informed on camera that his mother's been killed in a plane crash. You just see the worst, like, Langoliers-esque special effects level fucking plane explosion, and that is it. It is so goddamn funny.
Cut to the successful gins. You could have just given him the $1 million and took his soul the next day. All this extra shit. This is why you are bogged down in this project.
I'm sorry that I have fun at work, Jerry.
Well, that's my question, actually. He's taking the souls. Like, every time you make a wish, he takes your soul.
Shang Tsung it.
But does he get the old lady's soul in the offing? Is that how that works?
He would have
and the
to.
whole plane?
He
Or-
would.
Oh, wow, nice.
No, I don't
I'm
think
getting
so.
my numbers up. Ooh, this is excellent.
If he was the one who did it,
Yeah.
No,
then he
but
would
it's just
get the
because
whole, he would reap the whole.
No.
Now you're getting $1 million, but could you tell me what is an airplane?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why does the genie have these like psychic
we
abilities?
need like a scene where he's like, maybe not doing the Johnny Five memorizing everything that happened, but like
I'm too sexy montage. throw this in there.
at least put him like in front of an appliance store that
History
has a
of
bunch
planes.
of TVs
Yes.
on, and he's like,
that.
Oh, interesting. What is this? Oh, CNN. Oh.
You know what would also get the job done, honestly? If the movie was set in New York, you could just have a bullshit thing where you film standing in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah.
And it's just like looking around, and then maybe if you want to, just because it's fun, time. And also a fashion montage, because why not?
He's standing in the middle of Times Square. Captain America is like 6 inches to the left, and he's like, wow.
Wishmaster's just like,
Oh, okay. I'm caught up to speed. Feudalism is still around. Okay.
Good. I could use that.
So we cut to basketball practice once again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird, like, Alex forgot she works at this Boys and Girls Club, or whatever the
I
fuck this
guess.
shit is. And it's
She's a good person, Andrew.
I'm just so not used to seeing this.
Well, they call back a thing in these scenes.
Oh, yeah, which doesn't do
at
anything.
the end, and I'm like, what the fuck? You think I was paying attention to
What
the
are
fucking basketball?
Are they gunning for the championship?
I
Gunning
no,
for the number one
They're
spot?
just in practices.
But she's like, oh, you have to practice stillness. You have to do this.
Oh,
like mindfulness kind of a
she's
thing.
teaching them like how to like sink a basket.
Who would possibly be listening to what she's saying? Who? Please ask me. There's a Wishmaster in this movie.
Well, the Wishmaster shows up at this game, and like the sister is there attending the game, and it's like, excuse me. May I borrow I think someone just told me it's called a cellular phone. Like, come on, Genie. How do you know that this stuff exists?
And also, I guess it was like in the 90s when not everyone had cell phones. You were like, can I borrow your cell phone? The answer is no.
But that was a thing.
Yeah.
That was a thing. And it was before, cell phones were just like a ubiquitous item.
Certainly.
It was like, oh, can I use your phone? Like
Yeah.
that happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was annoying, but like for whatever reason, because if you had the phone, if you knew that other people didn't have it just yet, it was like, oh, of course you can make a call. Because
Power
you
play.
wanted to be the cool person
As
that had the access to the phone.
as a kid, I'd actually had knocked on people's doors and used their phone.
Oh, nice.
Cellular phone?
No, just landlines.
Really?
Yeah.
When yours was down.
Well, no, I was.
When you were not.
I was
home.
out. Yeah, I was out,
Out
and
and
about,
about?
dude.
Okay.
Out and about, dude.
Okay.
Need to make a call. Wake up, motherfucker.
Who are you calling with these guest
I
calls?
need to get a ride home, man, dude. I'm moving and shaking. I'm out and about.
Oh, Eric, you're becoming the most popular kid in the school, but still no cellular phone for you.
That is a lie, Wishmaster.
And here again, loser Jin. He could have fucking gotten a soul here. This shit.
Yes.
Shit, all you had to say was like, I can give you whatever you want if you let me use your phone.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to make a scene in public.
I mean, you see,
But
he's
what's
not aggressive
fucking
enough.
What is fucking ridiculous about all this, though? We should mention is, if I'm remembering correctly, the djinn just borrows this woman's phone to leave a dastardly voicemail on this woman's answering machine.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the point of any of that?
No, it's you're padding out the movie a little bit.
Yeah,
I've actually been listening to the Jerky Boys, and I haven't gotten the stones up yet to do it.
Oh, yes, that's right. You did hear correctly. I fell down the stairs and broke my glasses.
My name is Frank Rizzo.
Yes, please put me on with whoever's in charge.
A sizzle chest.
Oh man, that's it. And then he makes his chest sizzle because he wished.
Oh,
a
see?
sizzle
Fuck.
chest.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd like to see those jerky boys sizzling up on the screen.
See, connect with the times.
Taking Johnny
Wishmaster.
B and that. Speaking of mullets,
So a lot of stuff happens. She winds up meeting this djinn at Jenny O'Hara's house. Jenny O'Hara's like the one that's like really knowledgeable of djinns. She's like, be careful, blah blah blah.
is this woman in the stuff? Should I know who this is?
She was in Devil.
Oh,
which is
the
a-
M. Night Shyamalan produced
I mean,
film?
she's in like a million things. She's just a very like that
gotcha,
kind of,
gotcha.
always playing a nice old lady. So she like and she's good in this actually. She he's like the djinn has taken over her body and or is pretending to be her.
I'm just picturing like a Mrs. Doubtfire-esque scene where he's like trying. Oh, someone's at the door. He's got to quickly put the old woman's face on him and go, hello.
Oh, son of a bitch. It appears I've scheduled 2 dates at the same restaurant.
It takes
Oh, no.
Help is on the way, dearie.
It takes a minute to blend. Oh crap! I'll put some cake frosting on it and then put it on my
Oh,
face.
yes, Pierce Brosnan. Did you just see that? I believe it was a drive-by fruiting.
Oh, did you want your entree now? Too bad it's a little spicy. Oh, Robin Williams, yes, you can see your children again, but you have to be in a weird latex outfit pretending to be an old lady.
This was one of the softer gags I pulled on a victim. I thought it was quite hilarious. They adapted it into the film Mrs. Doubtfire.
I get royalties.
Executive producer Evil Jin.
It's the pretty much the same movie, really.
When you really break it down.
But it's this lady. She's like, oh, you really think you stand a chance against the djinn? And it's kind of funny. She keeps being like, do you want anything to drink? And she's like, no, I don't. And she's like, it's a little too cold in here. You want to put the heat up? Like, he's like, come on, make a wish. Just all right. I'm gonna play it super cool. Would you like something to eat? Could I interest you in a movie? Nothing weird about that. I just need to get 3 wishes on the board.
It's also weird, though, because this actress, the older woman,
Yeah.
clearly the direction was like, and by the way, you're the djinn.
Yes.
Because she's doing a terrible job. Like, having never made it to this point, fully greened out by
Yeah.
the time this came around, first time around, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, well, she's the genie.
Yeah.
Like, instantly. Like, no air of mystery about it.
And Alex puts it together and he's like, bravo. And she's like, what happened to the other lady? He's like, well, I didn't. She's like, you killed. He's like, I can't kill anybody, but I can make them wish to be dead because I showed her my true face. And then I asked if I could end her suffering. It's like, yeah, if you show me your true face, you'd be like, ew, get out of my house.
Yeah.
I wish you to leave, sir.
Yeah. No,
Don't we see her body like in the
Yes.
bedroom? And
Yeah,
it's,
her
like, covered
face
in
is
blood?
torn off.
Yeah.
Or something like
She's got
that.
Hellraiser face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Again.
Well, to get ready for the most Hellraiser-y part of the whole movie. So, like, basically, he explains who he is. She's like, get out of here. He's like, but you need to make 3 wishes. And she's like, well, he's like, fine, I'll give you a free one, a freebie. And she's like, why don't you blow your brains out? And he shoots his head, he blows his head off.
This is kind of a fun effect. He does it from under the chin and out the top. And then we see it like reform, like it's like Nickelodeon Gak or something.
It's kind of great here because he's like, well, I can't die. Evil never dies. That did hurt like a motherfuck.
Right? Did I say it right? I'm very new to your century. Cursing is exciting and
he says, that hurt like hell.
This rips and slaps.
Yeah, that hurt like hell, which is a place I've been.
What is the line? It's kind of around here, and it's bothering me because I had it in my notes. It was a great line, and I don't know. Maybe the djinn says it. It's I'll say it as the djinn. Maybe it jogs some memories in the room. Yes, the shit just hit the fan.
He does say it.
Does he
does
say
it? And I have that in my notes too as an old Arab proverb.
Well, we don't remember what part of the movie it happens.
It's just when he shows himself to be the djinn and he's so scary looking with those weird tendrils. Like, the shit has hit the fan.
And this is the problem because you look like a stupid monster.
Sure.
Like I said, a fucking bad Power Rangers villain, right? And you mix in these one-liners, you're snapping with these one-liners, man. You are awfully close to the Leprechaun franchise.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what this kind of is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 90. Those are like earlier 90s.
I think the first Leprechaun was maybe like 93?
Yeah.
5? I want to say it was
Is
later.
5 really?
No, it couldn't have been. No, because it
You
was
don't think so?
what's her name is in it? Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, you're right.
So
Shit,
it would have to be like 92 or 91.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess.
I thought they were earlier, but yeah, it's that same. I was like, dude, you better be careful. You better be careful, Jin, making all these jokes, man. That's a leprechaun.
How many fucking leprechauns? We got like 7 leprechauns now, and what, 6 of these?
Yeah,
Only four.
Only 4. They
There's
stopped.
a 5th one.
Oh, there's not.
Yeah, there is. Or they're making it.
Wait, are we
Well,
talking
Leprechaun,
about-
by the way, first things first, according to America's greatest news source, the IMDb, Leprechaun 1993
Okay.
is what we're dealing
And
with
there's
there.
7 of those?
Yeah, at least.
There's a lot.
Whoa,
There's a
that's
lot of those.
That's one of those your legislation would have to.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Would have to step in.
Can I just say that's a lot of pot of gold?
Mm-hmm.
7 pots of gold.
According to the IMDb, Chris Cabin, we only have 4 Wishmaster movies, concluding in 2002 with Wishmaster 4: The Prophecy
Could've
Fulfilled.
sworn shit.
Oh, did you wish for another wish, master?
So she's like, you know what? Fine, I will wish because I've always been taught to learn my opponent. I want to know more about you, Wishmaster. She's like, excellent. Welcome to this really shitty jewel. Like, and we go inside the gem.
His jewel house, which is like a little hell kingdom, and he's like, yes, I've got weird dogs that don't make sense.
And I have a throne. I look like Vincent D'Onofrio
looks
in
like
the
fucking
cell.
Skeletor.
He does, and he's got like, this is where we get really Hellraiser-y. Like, people's chests are open. Like, all of the people who have ever wished, are
All
being
the souls.
are being tortured in this realm.
Again, much like Care Bears 2, I think this is what was happening to those kids.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Tearing chests off.
But to Eric's point, like, so like it's like she's really scared, and then all of a sudden this turtle dog comes out.
Dude, this is a thing straight out of a Ninja Turtles episode.
I don't know what this thing is. It makes absolutely what did a dog wish to be a turtle or what?
This was the one time I took a wish from an animal. Gaze upon it closely.
Oh, he's like Dr. Doolittle too. Like,
oh yeah,
he knows every language. That would explain why he knows English so well.
That works.
Right.
Also here he's got this thing where he's trying to like be really dramatic about everything. He's like, that's right, Alex. I am despair. And I'm like, just take it easy, Genie. Just take it easy, man.
So, and that's the move. So now
I have that whole line written down, by the way, because I just.
Oh, there's more than I am despair?
Yeah, I
can't
tweeted his entire thing as just me saying it. Let me see. Let me pull it up real quick. To you I am this, the cry of the abandoned child, the whimper of the whipped beast. I am the face that stares back at you from the mirror, the hollowness at the heart of all your hopes.
Nice.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's something.
Not a high horse.
That's kind of like when you get your bank statement. You're like, oh man, what did I buy this shit for? Spent all this money on fucking crap. Thanks a lot, Wishmaster. You're welcome.
Also, big part of this movie.
Oh, you wish to have a college education, do you? I'll see you every month on the 17th.
Oh, and those interest rates. Well, they'll go up.
Oh, you need one to get an internship, do you? Well, welcome to hell.
So, Turtle Dog's chasing her. This is it. This is the fucking move. It's like, oh, wish number 1. You want to see something cool? Uh-oh, your life's ruined. Wish number 2. Got to undo the first wish.
And so she bounces back just in time to be told that her sister is off attending Robert Englund's big party, which is announced kind of at the beginning of the movie.
Dude, if I hear that my sister's going to Robert Englund's party, you goddamn right I'm jumping into a car immediately to stop it. Anyone's hanging out with Rob Englund, I'm like, dude, no.
Because you just never know. I mean, he could be nice, but you never know.
You do never know. He's probably a really nice guy, but you know what? Get out of his party.
He could be possessed by a djinn. Who even knows?
So doorman at this party, a lot of doorman talk in this movie.
Oh, sure.
She gets in, no problem, because she's on the guest list. Wishmaster shows up.
Not on the guest list. And you know who's got a problem with that? Doorman Tony Todd.
I think you mean Johnny Valentine, which is my favorite.
I think Tony Todd is trying to launch the Johnny Valentine franchise with this. Because he's like, why? Kane Hodder didn't have a name.
Well, we know how it ends.
Yeah, well, because he's like trying to get in. He's like, let me in, doorman. And he's like, no. I'm Johnny fucking Valentine, and you're not going anywhere. It's like great Tony Todding, but it's like, what?
It's one of those like, oh, you're gonna cameo just like Hodder did, huh? Okay, well, I guess in a few seconds you'll be dead, and this movie will no longer have Tony Todd in it.
Well, he's gonna make his scene the best one.
Well, he even said, well, here's the thing: is he's like, "Would you like to escape?" That's the Wishmaster says to him. He's like,
God,
yeah, and like, you know what, dude? Like, don't you want to put your teeth down this guy's teeth down his throat? Like, you don't want to fucking engage with this person.
And that's what's weird, because by the time we get to do you want to escape from all this, like Tony Todd is almost crying.
Yeah, he's just
and I was like, he's not some like I don't know, like motivational speaker that's gonna break you down in front of everybody. It's not like in The Americans when he goes to S. Like, it's not like that.
Now he's trying to show another side. Tony Todd's trying to get to his sensitive roles.
Yeah, it's like he's telling about like, oh, don't you want to escape like this job and this life? It's like, oh, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then and then he goes in. He's like, yes, I would like to escape. And Wishmaster puts him inside of a Houdini tank with water and like a straitjacket. And he's like, Houdini did it in 2 minutes, but like, wouldn't you then, to fulfill your part of the bargain, Genie, get him out of that scrape?
Exactly.
Like, you need to let him escape.
See,
exactly.
Right, yeah.
See, this is why we're always, making fun of you every fucking time you do this shit. Just send him to Hawaii. You already have his soul. You already have it. It's done. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, it's much funnier if I'm creating this water tank that's locked and he's in a straitjacket.
You will never
You imagine how funny that would be.
Never
Johnny
win.
Valentine
You are
was in a straitjacket.
You're never going to get that third wish. This is why. This is we tell you every time. You focus too much on the first wish.
It would be the weirdest suicide ever, right? Like, it's like, well, suddenly he was just in a straitjacket in a tank of water in the middle of public. We don't know how it got here. It just sort of happened.
And by the way, thanks a lot, fucking fancy schmancy party. Nobody's like, hey, that fucking doorman's dead in a tank of water out there. Who set that up?
No worries. It's just the prestige. I got me accent. Oh, no. Tony Todd is dead.
Oh, crap. You spent too much time explaining what the prestige is.
Turned out he wasn't doing it with twins. It was one man and he's dead.
All right, we better bury him next to Piper Parabu. All right, that's right. I think that's her in the beginning of that movie. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so now the Wishmaster's at the party. He strikes up a conversation with Robert Englund. Robert Englund is regaling him with some other parties. Like, oh my God, the party was amazing because she was served divorce papers right on the floor. And he's like, would you like to have a memorable party? And he's like, why, yes, Wishmaster. I guess I would like a You know what? I would just like a memorable party. Like, which, so, okay. So it's going to go really well. The drinks are going to go really. Someone's going to start playing that piano, and it's going to be hilarious. It's going to do Billy Joel songs, and it's going to be really memorable.
Open bar. How about that for your party?
No.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight.
Put your lighters up if you know it.
Man, man, what are you doing here?
What a memorable party this is. It's going to be really great. You know, it's so many people. Well, it'd be great if it was a memorable party because everyone got married. Like everyone just paired up and accidentally got married. That's where I met my wife. That's where I met my wife. Wow. What a great
John
party.
at the bar, he's a friend of mine.
I'm moving out. And I do the because I'm magic, I could do the motorcycle part too.
He just opens his mouth and sounds like a motorcycle.
I didn't start the fire, but I was birthed from it.
But no, it's a crazy fucking devil party now, man.
Dude,
Town girl.
now it gets fucking crazy, dude. Bring in the creepily sung Uptown Girl. Dude, it's just another bacchanal. This gin is just like, oh, right. Reminds me so much of Persia 1127. You should have seen that shit, babe.
Come out, Virginia. Don't say you ain't. Blah, blah, blah. But yes, this woman turns into glass, which is kind of fun.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
But
More
it's
bad
a
CGI.
it's a weird, like, it should be a thing where he's just like literally he's taking literally things people are saying in conversation or whatever.
Sure.
So like he's finding these like party conversations where people are being incredibly hyperbolic and it's like, you know, what, but instead it's just rando bad shit happening to people. Like it's a like
this is Hellraiser 3. This is
you
the party.
selected miscellany.
See, this is why I think he gets the whole plane when the old lady dies. Is because he gets fucking carte blanche. He can do it with
all them
But I don't
souls.
think he's getting the souls of these people though. He's just fucking with people.
No, he's definitely getting.
You got to see the
souls.
jewel. The only way you'll know is if you actually look under the jewel. There's a little counter about how many souls he has.
It's like an 8-ball.
Are we told, by the way, like how many souls he needs to whatever?
I don't think
Because
so.
that should
At
be
some
something.
point, he does say, "My jewel is fully charged now, Alexandra." He does say that. somewhere.
Fine, you can have your USB cord back. My jewel is fully charged.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'll take it off airplane mode now. Now it's really humming.
There's
but
a dude, like this woman explodes.
Yeah.
Tons of people are cut up by the shards of glass that she
The
turns
piano
into.
wire sequence is pretty
Crazy.
Also
Yeah,
great.
it's
We're
pretty
borrowing from Hausu just a little bit here.
Also very Hellraiser-y.
Yes.
I gotta
this
say.
is just like the end of Hellraiser 3 in that fucking party where
Yeah.
they do the CD deaths and everything.
yes.
And he just so I guess it's like rejected bits that he wanted to do in Hellraiser 3. He couldn't do. The guy with the piano wire, by the way, is the director of this movie.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he gets a piano wire all over his face, and he kind of gets stuck.
It like cuts his whole head off eventually.
Yeah, which is fun.
yeah, that's pretty awesome. That head's like rolling around. A lot of people just getting set on fire for no
Robert
reason.
Englund's death is a bit confusing.
Yeah, I don't know
He
what
starts
that is.
puking up like the thing.
Yeah, but it's weird because it's not even like confirmed that he's dead because like the last we see of him, he's still like moving and this thing's just coming out of his mouth.
It's like the sack you found the Eraserhead baby in.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
The guy gets the snake in his eye. That was pretty cool, I thought.
Oh, that wasn't half bad. Yeah, this dude's like running around. The snake's just like eating his eye socket out.
Hey man, be lucky that you're not a snake yourself. That's what I say. That's this Jinn's idea of a good time is turning people into snakes.
Did we notice, by the way, it's most prominent in this scene because he's like running around and having a blast, but like the djinn has like guitar like finger picks on all his fingers like he's a fucking lap guitar player. What are we doing?
I think those are claws.
They have server's claws, but also I'm going to play some sick bluegrass later.
And he's always making these gestures with his hands like he's like a religious pervert from True Detective. Like he's just like pushing triangles forward and like opening them up.
Oh, those are like Illuminati symbols.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
shit,
pretty
yeah.
fucked up.
And then, greatest thing ever, and we totally covered. in another movie, there's something similar where there's like historical so-and-sos coming to life in a hallway. Is it My Science Project? Is it the end of that movie that this happens?
Possibly.
Basically, all of these statues that Englund owns start coming to life.
I love it, actually.
But also, so Robert Englund's throwing a party. He's a professor. Maybe he's rich. Maybe he is Teresa Hines' ex-husband. You got Tony Todd at the door. That makes sense. He's got a Joker-esque security team. Everyone's armed to the fucking teeth.
I don't get this. I do not get this.
These aren't the police. These are just the security team that he
he's
hired.
just worried about Two-Face showing up.
They all look like Stryker from Mortal Kombat 3.
So they come down this hallway. We're following Alexander, who's running around like, oh my god, she's scared.
Right.
And but yes, all these statues come to life, and they're shooting these statues. Nothing's happening.
It's amazing. You got they all represent different cultures. You got like a samurai one, you got like a Roman one, and they're just cutting down people. Their swords are real for some reason, but I'll take it.
Yeah, sure.
The guy with the mace was great.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
some dude's head gets like smushed in like a Muppet.
That's a good fucking Greg Nicotero SFX.
But I would like an entire franchise of living statue horror movies, like
You know what?
Terracotta Warriors.
So you got Terracotta Warriors on this shelf. You got Skeleton on the other.
Yeah.
Skeleton versus Terracotta Warrior. That's the third of both movies.
I love it.
It's an extended inanimate object universe.
Yeah, but we got to watch it though, man, because you've got some of these dudes, depending upon when the statues were made, fighting skeletons. I'm thinking of Jason of the Argonauts, and I'm falling asleep.
I'm actually liking it.
No, I can.
This just
I
all
love
sounds
it.
too
You can
much
keep
like an attempt to go with the Dark Universe again.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can't
How
be
about this,
a
dude? How about
failure
this?
Like that.
The statue is like a statue of like it represents what the skeleton as a man.
Oh, I see.
And now he's like, they have to like merge or something to become one.
That's I think it's his soul back is in the
It's
skeleton.
like the tomb of the unknown soldier.
something like that.
That it's like Abe Lincoln fighting a skeleton. I'm
Right.
into it.
It's better than vampires. Vampires are played out.
Skeletons.
Skeletons. Bones are hard, dude. They'll cut you up, man.
Here's
You
the
can-
problem, though, man. The only weapon the protagonist would need is a bowling ball.
Sure. But
Come
skeletons are fast and wily.
But
They're biting you, maybe.
And they come back together, dude. You can break them down. They'll fly back
I don't know.
together.
Oh, yeah.
The only way I'm going to see your skeleton movies, whoever does the share zone directs it.
Yes.
That's
Share
the
zone,
only
that-
way
that
I'll
works.
do it. That's
I
the
mean,
only way I'll do it.
What if Michael Fassbender's in it? Maybe he's the guy who has to solve the
Right.
skeleton murders.
Right.
Oh, Mr. Police, you had all the clues. Couldn't solve them their snowman murders. Weird part that doesn't go along so well with the statues.
I know where we go with this.
Jack the Ripper comes out of a painting and just starts terrorizing
What is
people.
this?
I don't know.
It's like I've loved the excess of this movie up to this point, and I'm like, this is one thing too many. I'm like, what is
Yeah,
this?
Because
I
also-
get the fucking statues, they're from like religious whatever that he
Sure.
was studying. That maybe has magic in it that
Yeah.
could be animated, but a fucking painting.
No, it's an alluding to its cartoon where things are coming out. and
Vigo
grabbing
the
me.
Carpathian. Is he around the corner?
And mother to England.
And he's just so silly looking. He's got
It's
these yellow
stupid as
teeth and like
fuck.
crazy eyes.
Dude, it's like an Adult Swim sketch or something.
He's got a super knife that he starts cutting somebody up, which is, I mean, it's kind of fun, but not really.
Not really. You
It
don't
just
even see the
doesn't-
head.
I don't know. Also, because as far as I know, like it just shows like there's the painting, we cut it something else, and then there's a dude dressed up like Jack the Ripper, and it's like you have to do that legwork to show me in some way this
peeling
guy
out of
coming
it.
out of the painting.
Yeah, but it's way more playful. Like it's like from Tonight Your Corpse Will Be Mine or something.
oh, one of them movies.
Yeah,
well,
like he's goofier. Like he just looks goofy.
Yeah, he looks
and like
very
I'm just like,
silly.
I don't know. Everybody else is getting sliced and cut up.
well, I mean, speaking of Mr. Show sketches, I mean that's go like he's just got all these fucked up teeth there. Oh, Jack the Ripper now, but here.
Going to get me a head. Going to get me
I
a
think
head.
this was a nod to Wild Wild West.
of course.
Of course.
She winds up going to another room. It's my favorite part is Poseidon, the statue of Poseidon.
Oh, jeez.
And he like kind of just hucks a trident at her. And it's like, oh, that was my move. That's-
well,
Watch
you know
your
what?
ass.
Once that trident's gone, all I got left is swimming.
That's it. I'm really just, I don't even have the power of the sea. I'm just kind of a statue
I-
of Poseidon.
I like it later when literally just statues just blink their eyes at her.
Yeah,
For no fucking, just like, oh yeah, we could do it here too.
Well, those are all the busts that can't like get around and do anything. They're just like nefariously blinking.
I'm
at
like,
her.
Wishmaster, again, just focus on the fucking thing.
No, Sir Chris Cabin, it will be balls to the wall.
I want them all blinking. All of them
This is
blinking.
that's a memorable party. I don't think I've ever seen statues blink.
Yeah,
It's true.
it would be a first.
Outside of that Mark Summers Halloween special.
I guess maybe the Jack the Ripper is to set up what he does to her sister,
Right.
Which is he puts her in a painting.
And this is like where at the end here, he corners Alex in the room where like the original statue is to be displayed. And he's like, no more windows, nowhere to go.
And so she's in a painting, and she's like, "You bastard!" And the idea, he's like, now what are you gonna do? How are you gonna get out of this thing? And he's like moving closer to her, and he says that you'll wish you were dead, which means he's about to do some weird stuff.
Yeah.
So she's like, and then she remembers that she was reading the newspaper article.
Wait a second, I'm sorry, because there is some grade A gin dialogue.
Oh,
right
please,
here
I
that
don't
we
wanna- I would
cannot
never
miss.
wanna-
He's getting pissed off that she won't like make a move or whatever. And so he's like, "Oh, see, your sister is clearly stuck in this painting. Isn't that motivating you to wish?" And she's like,
Doing anything for you?
Yeah.
Sister painting.
and he goes, "Fuck it. If you can't beat them, burn them, baby." And then this
Baby. He
painting
puts a
catches on
baby there.
fire.
He actually says baby.
I
He's
do.
stealing my babies now.
Yes. And he sets it on fire, and it should be a setup where it's like he's going to burn this woman in that shadow realm to birth another djinn, or like,
Oh, I like
like
that.
let the whole
Oh,
crew
right.
out,
Right.
I just like that good Ray Winstone level. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And so she's like, she remembers the newspaper. She's like, I wish Mickey Torelli wasn't drinking 3 days ago when he was on the job, and it'd be cool if he was like, done. By the way, that was a mechanical failure. Mickey's drinking was incidental, you idiot. It's like that movie Flight with Denzel Washington.
you do know I will still be alive. I can still, reverse the whole thing. I'm out. I'm out already.
Oh, but is he now? Because now he gets sucked back in, right?
Right.
Yeah, into the
Serious
statue.
suckage.
And that undoes everything that he's done, and even undoes him being awoken. So that's the
Now,
move,
but
Chris.
here's the thing. It should just be like any other time travel situation where it's like instantaneous reset. Instead, like these statues are all exploding for no reason. Like,
Sure, we're
we're
having a
just
little
going to be going back in time a week.
But here's the thing: it's like if this was me, I would be like, "All right, Genie, fine. I want you to reverse." I wouldn't be that smart. I wouldn't remember Mickey Torelli's name. I'd be
Right.
like, "Look, just give me 200 years. You get the Earth for 200 years from now. You reverse everything else. Everybody else
Yeah.
goes back to life.
Yep.
And then in 200 years, you get the Earth. I don't give a shit.
Because then it'll be 200 years. I'll be sick of it.
No, I'll be dead. No, I'll be just dead.
Oh, so she's not going to live for 200
no,
years.
just yeah. But I was just far in advance.
You know what
like
I
my
would've
great
wished for?
grandchildren.
She wants to have a
whatever.
kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have wished I would have been like, I wish you would blow up the planet Earth in 1910.
Yeah,
That's true.
So I don't have to be born or suffer through this life. It's unrelated to you, Wishmaster.
Wow, that's dark. Wow, it's kind of cutting into my end because there's no souls.
Yeah,
to be
well,
had.
okay. Well, have fun in space, motherfucker. Make with the wish.
He does say, "What do you wish for? Do you want to be sent to the moon?" And I'm like, wait, okay. I mean, sure, but what's
Right in the kisser. I'll send you right to the moon.
It would be awesome if he just punched someone and we literally just watched a person go to the moon.
It's funny that Eric brings up because the first death in the second one is a guy actually says, "I wish I wasn't born."
Oh,
and
nice.
like it turns into a fetus.
Oh,
like
nice.
before he goes,
And then he eats it.
no,
See,
and then he
that's-
just disappears completely.
Yeah, you got to wish for non-existence, not the born thing. You're putting
Yeah, then
you're stepping in the fetal goo by mentioning that.
So of course,
if you,
this-
just a
yeah.
real quick
Oh, sure,
question.
Okay, yeah.
sure.
He's got power over all reality. If I was like, "Yo, dude, I want to be on Star Trek: The Next Generation, but it's like real. Does he have to like make all those people and make that entire reality?
Welcome to a fan film, Walter Koenig.
Oh my God.
That's
Hello,
how it gets you.
Steven.
Oh, is this real enough for you? Yeah.
What a dark twist.
Is 70 views on YouTube real enough for you, Steven?
Oh, it's real.
Oh, in
all
this
right.
one, I am a captain. Thank you, Wishmaster.
How about to walk on the Goldbergs?
Oh, no.
So we back everything up. This dude is not drinking on the job. There's a little bit of the I got it. Oh, okay.
Ted Raimi lives.
Right. And everything sort of goes the way it should, except the creepiest part in a movie where a thing burst out of a person's stomach, a skeleton ripped off its own flesh, a computer exploded. The creepiest thing in this movie is this motherfucker is alive and well, and he gets this date because she suggests it.
She learned her lesson.
Does she remember everything? Is that the idea?
She would have to.
She does. I think she totally does.
She like winks at the camera at some point, I think, right?
Does she?
Or there's like some sort of, she looks at the camera like,
Oh, maybe that's just an accident.
Oh yeah, she goes through all of that and she's like, I don't know, he's a scientist, he makes money, fine. After all that shit.
Don't have to keep living with my sister, my God.
I saw a snake statue eat a guy. I'm sorry.
I would still be pissed at him, honestly. Like, you know what, dude? I opened up to you and you're an asshole.
Of course. Mm-hmm. And then it's fucking garbage because when they flip it back the other way, she's like, well, how about dinner and a movie? And he's like, hamina. And it's like, no. This dude was fucking hot and heavy about it in the beginning of the movie. Don't give me that shit.
Yeah.
He never said hot and heavy, though.
No, that's true. You have to say hot and heavy.
Tell me exactly what you want to do to her.
I need it all. Yeah, no, I'm taking notes. We did things a lot differently back in Persia, 1127 AD.
This is why you're a failure. Every time. Every time.
Oh, man, I went to the Bronx again. Somebody told me to eat shit. Great. Guess what I did all day? I was eating shit.
Just chowing down on feces. Fantastic. Oh, fuck, man. And yes, I guess they're a happy couple. They get dinner. That's the end of the movie. No fucking twist or anything.
No.
Just like
well,
credits.
We do see the Wishmaster in the jewel sitting in the statue at Robert Englund's house being like, oh, great. I have to watch this weirdo have sex.
Yeah, because he's fucking around all those statues.
Definitely,
Don't worry
dude.
about it.
Well, yeah, when he trades it to the Chicago Field Museum and the fucking relic knocks it over, it's over for everybody.
That's it. The perfect storm. It will truly be a planet of gins.
Would anybody recommend this movie?
Oh, wholeheartedly. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked because I was going to do a bit where I was like, oh, I'll rank the Wishmasters 1, 2, 3, 4 because I imagine that's how that goes. But apparently the second one's better. It's a lot of fun. This movie is exactly what you want it to be.
It's almost 90 minutes, by the way.
No more, no less. It's just a big, scary Wishmaster movie.
Great gore. Huge.
Oh,
recommend.
yeah.
I mean, I like both. I like the first two. I think the two, they're both stupid. Don't get me
of
wrong.
Course.
They're incredibly stupid, but they serve their purpose very well.
Yeah, I really had a fun time watching it. I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect to.
I was totally shocked.
It was. I would definitely recommend it.
Man,
It's
there's
fun.
some bad '90s music too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we
Yeah.
get to bring it up.
It does have it all, actually. Yeah, for having greened out the first time, like making an honest effort to watch the movie, I'm finally glad I actually did watch it. Total recommend. It's Gore City. The script is like, it's stupid, but it's not late 90s hippity, we're so smart stupid.
Exactly. And it's also like, it's the best Hellraiser movie you could ever want. Because like,
yes,
you get that level of crazy violence, but it's just silly enough where I'm not grossed out. And it's just silly enough where I don't like feel bad for anybody kind of a thing.
But so you're saying Cabin or Steve too, I guess? Like this second one's a stay tuned?
Oh, yeah. Definitely, yeah. From what I've seen, it's a stay tuned.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, fuck. Well, keep that in your hats for next Spooktacular, gang.
I say it again. A man fucks himself in it, and we see it.
Well, that has been Wishmaster, which concludes the WHM 2018 Halloween Spooktacular. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you want more We Hate Movies, man, if you're missing out, if you want one more Spooktacular episode. If you don't have it yet, patreon.com/WeHateMovies, a full-length episode on Van Helsing, plus a whole lot more is there. Go check that out. And then, as is our style here on We Hate Movies, the show must go on. Like, bye-bye, Spooktacular. See you next year.
More stuff's coming, man.
More stuff is a-coming. So next week, we continue sort of on the horrifying track, but not specifically. Steve Sadak, what are we talking about?
Oh, we're getting a little Susie next week. We're doing The Cat in the Hat, ladies and gentlemen.
Susie
Side. No one told me the Spooktacular continues.
Yeah.
It's body horror, cat horror.
It's scarier than anything in this.
I am throwing up already. It's Mike Myers, right?
Alec, you got the world's greatest Donald Trump. Alec Baldwin's in it. That guy is a fucking riot.
And isn't there a fat child in it?
Yeah,
we already
Spencer Breslin.
We already said Alec Baldwin.
Oh, yes.
I'll get you for that, Eric Siska. Don't you worry about it. Mark my words.
All right, well, I live on Archer Avenue, so come find me. By the
Fat twins. There we go.
So until next week with The Cat in the Hat, I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Chris Cabin.
Eric Siska.
Take it easy.
We all go a little mad sometimes. It's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Sometimes that is better.
Zombies have entered the building. They're at the door. They're coming in.
It is time to keep your appointment with the Wicker Man.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
He's sick fucks. You've seen one too many movies.
Nah, Sid! Don't you blame the movies! Movies don't create psychos! Movies make psychos more creative!
Put the fucking lotion in the bag!
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
That was a HeadGum podcast.